Good morning, everyone. I'm Praveen. I'm a chartered accountant. I've been working with Ramco as a consultant for the past 10 years. I'm from the global support team, and I'll be taking you through this session. During this session, we'll take you through features provided by Ramco GSP, offerings of Ramco GSP services, and how it can help you all in filing the e-invoicing, e-way bill, or return filing seamlessly. As Amit was pointing out, we can have a Q&A session at the end of the webinar. And may I request all the participants to post your queries in the chat box. So let me quickly move on to the topic. As you all know, with an intention to enhance compliance, prevent errors, losses, frauds, or even say hassle-free input credit utilization, and moreover to bring a standard invoicing format. E-invoicing process was introduced and implemented from 1st of October for the taxpayers with a turnover greater than 500 and for more than 100 crores from Jan 1st. And even government is also planning to bring more and more taxpayers into the bucket. So now this being the talk of the town, now with the e-invoicing, e-way bills, and return filing in place, many of us will be facing challenges like manually updating the data. They will handling this invoice, creating it and then taking into a spreadsheet, then either giving it a third-party solution, then filing it, then waiting for them to back update that information either through manually or through an integration process. So first is a manual updation, then it's happening between multiple partners, handling multiple systems and spreadsheets. There could be delays in issuing the invoices. There'll be business hassles. Could be errors while data transfer. We won't be able to make sure that all the invoices which got created in the system is processed and uploaded to the portal. And reconciliation also becomes a headache. There comes a risk of data leakage also. There's a potential threat leading to a data leakage or leading to a leakage of sensitive business information. This all can happen when you're having multiple systems in place. This is where Ramco can help you. We provides a comprehensive e-filing package, which includes e-invoicing, e-way billing, as well as return filing. Ramco ERP allows direct connections with the GST and portal, thereby eliminating the risk of data leakage or sensitive information. This helps you to get the IRN automatically from the portal and updates the invoice records. So seamlessly it is happening from one point to the other point. There's a seamless integration. There's an effortless integration happens starting from the creation of the invoice to authorization of the invoice. From there, you can have a invoice creation, a invoice upload to the portal, get the IRN generated, and then back update to the system. All can happen in a single second. End-to-end process flow from a single source point. Since the data origin of data is from the ERP itself, all the process flow happens within the system, and there is no data leakage happening. And as I said, real-time processing happens. It's an online real-time process. You create the invoice, you authorize the invoice, you can get the IRN done then and there. Quick and easy to use, no rocket science. It's a very simple process. And of course, the data safety, the most important one. There is no data leakage of sensitive business information. The information lies with the original data itself. There is no storage in between. We'll be picking the information, pulling the information from the ERP, passing on to the IRN portal, which is extremely safer and back updation of data. What Ramco offers, as I said, Ramco GSP offers e-invoicing processing, GST return processing, e-way bill, as well as taxpayer details and tax return details. See, at the when you're creating a supplier, when you're creating a customer in Ramco ERP, at that particular time, when you're entering the tax information, you may not be knowing whether the information provided by the customer or supplier is right. Sometimes only at the filing of return, you will be able to identify, okay, this GST number is wrong. At the time of creation of tax information of that particular supplier or customer itself, we will be able to validate the GST and details of the customer and supplier. So let me quickly move on to the services offered by Ramco, and I'll show you the e-invoice processing in the sandbox environment. So as I said, once you have done the authorization, you can straight away come and visit this particular screen in the global taxation, e-way bill and invoice tracking bill. You can click on the invoicing. Options available are generate invoice, cancel e-way bill, generate e-way bill using IRN. So 4 options already available, and the get invoice also, I'll show you that on that information too. So we can generate an invoice, we can cancel that particular invoice, we can generate an e-way bill using this IRN, and we can cancel the e-way bill also. So all this process can be done within a single screen itself. It's a very easy process. Let me demonstrate to you that one. So you can filter the data based on the tax region, transaction OU, finance book, transaction from, to, or transaction date. Again, just taking the date, searching the information. It will fetch all the information, all the transactions which are created, all the applicable transactions which are created during this particular period. You can see the transactions types which are supported by Ramco. All those customer-based invoices, whether it's an order-based invoice, direct invoice, miscellaneous invoice, pack slip invoice, even stock transfer note or a pack slip, debit credit notes, asset transfers, inventory transfers, all those applicable transactions are covered under the product. So irrespective of whether it is stock transfer, whether it's a miscellaneous invoice, whether it's a direct invoice, we'll be able to generate IRN if that comes into the preview of e-invoicing. So the process is very simple. As I said, you can just select it and generate the invoice. Before that, we have some set of prerequisites or master settings, which is done through access rights. Not everybody can access the screen. Already there are checks and measures, checks and validations available to restrict unauthorized access. So one is system check, where based on a user region mapping, user will be restricted. There's a screen to handle that scenario. The other one being authentication by the user. Before starting the process of generation or cancellation, users can authenticate it, make sure that the line is connected, and make sure that there is a link between your ERP and portal is established. Now with this process, authentications, the token remains for 6 hours. So unless authentication expires, you can still continue to work. For each region, you have to authenticate separately. So as I said, it's a simple process. You select the invoice. You can have multiple invoices. You can select all. You can select 2 of the invoices in one shot. generate. IRN got generated successfully. This will be the IRN number. This is how it happens. So let me show you the print of this particular data also. Before that, most of the information relating to that particular invoice is handled here. Item information, you can see the item code, quantity, rate, and the taxation data, along with the tax information, the seller information, and the buyer information. All are handled here. The process returns with an IRN number along with a signed QR code. I'll show you that signed QR code also now. And before that, let me explain one more thing. The master checks, the validations, the basic hygiene checks which are to be done will be done at the generate invoice itself. If the registration number is not right, if the PIN code is not correct, if your PIN code which is given by you is wrong and it belongs to a different state, system will validate that, and all the checks are in place. So let me show you the transaction. This is a sample report. Each and every project can have a separate report format. So it will get reflected with the QR code along with the invoice reference number, invoice type, which has been recently added, supply type, and transaction mode. And if it is a export invoice, all those informations which is required for that particular invoice also will get added in the invoice. So this is a sample invoice which will get generated with the QR code. So as you see the generate in invoice process, I can even create an e-bill straightly from this data itself. So option has to be generate e-bill using IRN. I can search the information. It will provide me all the informations which got created with the IRN. I'll have to provide the vehicle number, say randomly I'm providing a vehicle number. Yeah, distance also has to be provided. Yeah. e-waybill number get generated successfully. You can see the e-waybill number. I'll show you the e-waybill process separately, the screens and how the process can happen. Before that, let me move on to cancel invoice process. There could be reasons, obvious reasons where due to user entry or data mistake, where the invoice has to get cancelled. So system will allow you to cancel such invoices within the time limit stipulated by the IRN portal. So you can see all these invoices which got created on 28th and within the time. Let me select. I'll have to provide the reason code. IRN cancel successfully. So if an e-waybill number is already got generated for that particular cancel invoice, the process will be, first you have to cancel that e-waybill number, and then you can cancel the e-invoice. System will allow you to see what are all the e-invoices which got created during this particular time. You can see all those invoices, IRN number, which got created during this particular time with the informations which we got it from IRP. Moving on to e-waybill screen. Ramco GSP provides the feature to create e-waybills, generate e-waybills from the perspective of a seller, transporter, and see the information, the perspective of a buyer also. Various options available are generation, multi-movement checking, multi-movement vehicle tracking, get the e-waybill, update part A, update part B, vehicle details also. And you can get the informations based on a date, based on the number, and view the invoice which already got created. All these informations are possible through this particular screen. Again, the same process which has to be followed. You'll have to get the necessary rights, prerequisites to be done. Master configuration has to be done before coming to the screen. And once this is completed, an authentication has to happen, which connects the Ramco GSP server to the portal, NIC portal. And once that is done, you can select the respective region for which you want to create the transactions. You want to fetch the transaction. You can see whether any data has been generated there. You have already generated it and just wanted to update the part B vehicle details of that particular e-waybill. You can just select it, get the information from the portal, update the information, and then you can upload it back to portal. So system allows to provide all those informations to be provided in the multi-line, including the extension of validity, multi-vehicle movement, as I was mentioning, feature to create consolidated e-waybills, and printing of e-waybills. It supports both from the perspective of seller, buyer and transporter. Okay. When the role is transporter, system will allow you to create consolidated bills, update Part B vehicle details, where EV bill is already created. You being a transporter, you want to update the vehicle informations alone. You can fetch all those informations against which your registration ID has been given as a transporter ID. And you can fetch that information, provide the vehicle information, and upload the data. Let me quickly move on to the final process, which is the return process. We allows the creation of or upload of GST1, reconciliation details of purchase records, getting your 3B informations. Once you upload it, you can see, you can view if there is any error, if there is any issues with that particular information. Even return process is also a very simple process. You can simply select the year and the period for which you want to create the information. You can set the information that will be allowed in the multi-line. You can request the OTP to validate that the connection being established. You can get the OTP and save the information. Only when OTP is done, you will be able to connect with the server, GSTN portal. We allow two types of upload. One is based on a transaction, and the other one is a bulk upload, where you'll be able to fetch all those information in one shot. You don't have to select one by one. You can upload it, and at the end of the year, you can submit the information. See, the best part of this particular feature is that you don't have to wait till the process got completed. Once your invoice got authorized and you feel that that's a final one, you're not going to revise it, then you can prepare it for upload. You can upload it. You can do the same n number of times until you submit the data. Submission of data ideally happens at the end of the, after the month, once GST and return process starts. On submission, it will get generated and shown as a return. Till that particular time, you will be able to see all those information in the portal. So as I said, the return filing, GST return one filing process is also very simple. You just have to fetch the informations for that particular month. All those informations, applicable informations, will fetch in the multi-line. If you want to do a bulk upload, that is also possible. Region-wise upload is possible. Transaction-wise, party-wise, date-wise upload, even a category-wise upload is also possible. You can fetch, you can filter this information based on, say, suppose I'll be uploading local sales only. I can select that particular local sales and search that information, get that information and upload it. I can, as I said, I can do it one by one, or I can upload it as a bulk data. Once this is completed, I can submit the information. The same way your counterparty would have submitted the records, how to view that particular records and how to reconcile that. Now, Input credit utilization is a huge mess nowadays. It is really tough to reconcile both. To clear that confusions, we have provided our screen to fetch all those informations which has been uploaded by your counterparty. When your counterparty has uploaded the information, you will be able to fetch that data in this particular screen, and you can compare with your purchases informations. Here, the supplier information, invoice number, which are provided in the supplier invoice screens, whether it is an order-based invoice or an expense invoice, all these informations will be fetched here, and system will automatically reconcile. System will automatically reconcile if it is matching, and it will show all those mismatch data in a D-cube. So we have provided a D-cube also, a drill down also, so that you will be able to see all those informations where there is a mismatch in records. This mismatch in records have three parts. One, it is available in your record, not there in the counterparty's upload information. The other one, counterparty has uploaded that in the portal, but you have not received anything relating to that one. Third, it is available in both the records, but unfortunately there are some mismatches in the amount or information. So it will be something like it will appear here. So it will appear here as my purchases. This is relating to all those invoices which we have created during that particular month, which is not yet reconciled or not yet uploaded. All those informations will be fetching here, and here all those invoices which has been uploaded by the counterparty will appear. And during the process itself, system will automatically reconcile all those which are matching, and those reports, those records which are not matching, you'll be able to view it in a drill down. During the upload or during the processing of GSTR1, you have one more facility to view the status of all such data which has been uploaded in the portal. So system will allow you to see the information based on the data provided. So you can select and you can put the purpose as say get B2B or a GSTR1 summary informations. So the summary informations will be provided here. Once you put that data, all those informations relating to that particular informations, whether there is any issues with that particular data, whether it has been completed successfully, how many records are there, what's the document number, serial number, frame number, all these informations which you have already uploaded as a part of GSTR1, you'll be able to see from the portal. So you can make sure that everything which you have already done is completed and been successfully uploaded. We have also provided another drill down to fetch the GSTR 3B data which has already been uploaded by the business. You have already uploaded and you want to fetch those informations, GSTR 3B informations, you'll be very well be able to go and see the informations which has been already uploaded. That drill down facility is also done. So moving on to the next validations which has been provided. While providing the tax information itself, you will be able to validate this information, whether the information is provided by the registration number provided by you are right or not, whether this is relating to this particular party and whether it's a valid registration number. This validation process also been added in the system. So this is all about the GSP services which has been provided.